and they started to sprout. I have 2 sprouted potatoes. A little plant guy came up through the soil. I dug one up a little, like not dug it up, but just like uncovered it a little, and I saw the roots were starting, so I was pretty excited. So I'm like growing my own food. I've never done that before, and I've been trying to do a zero waste thing, so I spent 3 hours today trying to put together this compost machine I got. I made lechon, and hubby and I can't eat all of a pork head, hence the leftovers. I get you, yeah, right? I'm like, So I made this pork belly, and I was trying to think of what I can do, and I really want to run through brunch for Easter, and I also don't want to waste any ingredients, so I was like, hey, I want to do these savory crepes. How can I incorporate pork belly into this situation, which is how we got tonight's meal. I'm going to start out with a drink. I'm trying to do my drinking earlier in the evening if I'm going to drink. Repurpose, right? These are previously loved ingredients, but that doesn't mean that I can't love them again. I have sprouting potatoes. I was going to put in my new compost. Oh yeah, so I got the potatoes get the little bumps on them, you know? And so you cut them off, and I just planted like 2 or 3, like one little piece with the bumps on them at a time. So out of like 8 potatoes, I probably got like 60 potatoes I planted, and I guess each one yields more potatoes. So I anticipate many, many potatoes. I'm going to have to learn how to can potatoes. Kanara, gonna can potatoes. My spinny compost be here Thursday. Yeah, so mine came yesterday. I got a dual chamber one that you can spin, but I will say this about it. The pieces did not fit together well. And I worked really, really hard, and there was one thing I just was physically not strong and coordinated enough simultaneously to be able to put together. Through no fault of my own, pretty sure it was a defect in the materials. I'm just saying, it gave me a run for my money. The eyes are like an inch long. Plant that. Yeah, I would plant it. You know, I would definitely plant it. I planted them, and they're just starting to sprout. So I'll let you know how it goes. But I think that, like, they actually grew a little, looks like a little clover, like a little baby sprout. They get like a plant on top of them when they're ready, apparently. I've never grown a potato. I never grew anything. I lived in California. You don't grow food. And I lived at the beach, and then I lived in the mountains where nothing grows because it's frozen tundra. So, you know, I never grew anything before. I have killed an aloe plant, and now I have this like blooming, blossoming garden. Like, I'm the one in the neighborhood that's that crazy gardening lady. And I never was that lady before. I know, right? Kanara. I got the small one. Yeah, I remember my last one was a challenge. Yeah. I got 50% of the way through, and then I was like, this is going to be a tomorrow project. This is a future Julia problem, because current Julia is really frustrated. Dude, y'all, I have a strawberry plant, and it is starting to make a baby freaking strawberries. 3 of them. I mean, that's like a long time to wait for 3 strawberries. I hope I don't have to do that for sustenance, because I would starve to death. But nonetheless, I have 3 baby strawberries, and they are growing. Potatoes are easy to grow. So I dated a guy from Idaho when I was in college, and he told me all about how you can just like cover up some potatoes, and then they'll sprout. And when the sprouts come up, you throw a tire on them, and then cover them with dirt, and then more sprouts come up. And then you put another tire on them and plant more, and the sprouts come up, and then you knock them over, and you just have like 9 tires worth of potatoes. That's a thing, apparently. Oh, see, he was from Idaho. Yes, you do have. Here's a fun fact about Idaho. We almost moved to Idaho, and we learned this because when we do, because Jesse and I see squirrels everywhere. We're like talking about one thing, and then I wonder about this, and then we Google it. So we learn a lot on road trips. So when we road trip to Idaho, we learned the potatoes are not indigenous to Idaho, and sugar beets are the #1 exported crop, even though I thought it was potatoes. I will say Idaho gold potatoes are my favorite potatoes because they're very versatile and they're very delicious mashed. And mashed potatoes are my favorite potato preparation. I got to tuck this in before I die. Interesting. Tire potatoes. Whenever I grow strawberries, I eat them